Have you ever noticed how some public issues are widely acknowledged, officially documented, and yet still strangely difficult to follow? It's not always about outright secrets, but rather about the inherent nature of institutional processes themselves. How information unfolds slowly, unevenly, and through multiple channels that aren't always in sync. Have you ever wondered how something can move through government, courts, or corporations for years, and still feel unresolved, even after countless filings and public statements? It's a particular kind of procedural mystery, where the official record is vast, but the full picture remains fragmented. Today, we're going to slowly unpack one of the most publicly discussed processes in the United States, and yet one that remains procedurally difficult to trace. We'll delve into the ongoing federal oversight and legal actions surrounding the Boeing Company, a story that intertwines corporate conduct, federal regulation, criminal justice, and the very complex mechanisms through which institutions attempt to ensure public safety. It's a narrative not of a single event, but of a prolonged, evolving interaction between a major corporation and the intricate web of U.S. governmental and legal structures. The story first entered widespread public consciousness with the tragic crashes of Lion Air Flight 610 in October 2018 and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 in March 2019. Both involved Boeing 737 MAX aircraft, and both incidents quickly became subjects of intense global scrutiny. Official investigations commenced immediately, led by national aviation authorities and supported by the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB. Initial reports and accident summaries began to surface, detailing technical specifics and flight data recorder analyses. These early documents, while providing crucial technical insights into the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, or MCAS, also implicitly began to raise questions about the certification process itself. It was here, in the technical details, that the first procedural threads of a much larger institutional narrative began to unravel. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, which is responsible for the certification of aircraft in the United States, initially issued an airworthiness directive, and then, in March 2019, took the unprecedented step of grounding the entire 737 MAX fleet. This was a significant regulatory action, acknowledging the severity of the situation and initiating a period of intense review. The FAA's actions, however, were not the only institutional responses. Both the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, and the U.S. Congress also initiated their own distinct investigations, moving from accident review into broader inquiries about corporate practices, regulatory oversight, and the information provided to the FAA during the aircraft's initial certification. Each of these official bodies began accumulating its own set of documents, testimonies, and findings, adding layers to an already complex public record. For several years, these investigations continued, culminating in a significant legal development in January 2021. The Department of Justice announced a Deferred Prosecution Agreement, or DPA, with Boeing. This was a pivotal moment, a public acknowledgement from the highest levels of the U.S. criminal justice system regarding specific conduct. The DPA alleged a conspiracy to defraud the FAA related to the assessment of the MCAS system on the 737 MAX. Specifically that two Boeing employees misled the FAA's aircraft evaluation group about the existence and details of the MCAS system in certain training materials. Under the terms of this agreement, Boeing agreed to pay over $2.5 billion in penalties and compensation.